What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another Major League Baseball video. I think that today's video is going to be pretty important because a lot of you guys might not know who these players are, but these are some of the best players that have ever played the game of baseball. They had Hall of Fame talent. If they would have been able to stay healthy, I 1000% believe these guys would have made the Hall. So it really sucks to say that they're never going to. Most of them are retired, but I actually did have to add one name as recent as a week ago. So if you guys agree with this, make sure that you guys let me know in the comment section down below. And if you don't, if I forgot anyone, also let me know. So if you guys enjoy videos like these, make sure that you slap a like on this one, subscribe, because we are getting so close to 60,000 subs. Let's see if we can get there before 2018 ends. And without further ado, we have 12 players that we are going to discuss. There's not going to be any order. It's just going to be completely random. Some of these guys, wow, their career averages before they actually got hit with the injury bug, they were insane. Now, I might be biased with the first player that we're talking about, but our man Grady Sizemore, if you guys did not remember him, or if you guys have never seen him play, not only could he steal you 40 bags, he was also in the home run derby. From 2005 to 2008, Grady Sizemore was an absolute animal. He averaged 160 games played. He was never injured. He had 116 runs, 180 hits, 41 doubles, 8 triples, 27 home runs, 81 RBIs, 29 stolen bases. He averaged a 281 batting average and an 860 OPS. Oh yeah, he was a 3-time All-Star and won 2 Gold Gloves. So whatever you needed Grady Sizemore to do, he could do it for you. But in 2009, unfortunately, that started the track of Grady Sizemore being injured. That year, he played in 106 games. The next year in 2010, only 33. 2011, he played in 71 games, and then he had a 3-year span of not being able to play baseball due to his back and his knees, so literally, body just gave out on him. I think we can all agree that David Wright is one of the best overall third basemen in Major League Baseball history. From 2005 to 2012, a 7-year span of pure dominance, he averaged 149 games played, 94 runs, 169 base hits, 38 doubles, 2 triples, 24 home runs, 97 RBIs, 20 stolen bases. He had a 301 batting average and an 888 OPS. Also won the Gold Glove 2 times, so I think we can all agree that if he did not get injured starting in 2011, like honestly, that was the first year where he missed about 60 games. The next year in 2012, he did bounce back and play 156, but then it was 112, 134. Eventually in 2015, only 38 games, 2016, 37 games, and then in 2018, where he came back after missing the entire 2017 season, he played 2 games. So just like Grady Sizemore, he put up monster numbers, but unfortunately the injury bug got to him. Not going to make the Hall of Fame. Great numbers, great player, but not enough stats. 1964, at 19 years old, Tony Cloniguero came up for the Boston Red Sox and took the league by storm. He hit 24 home runs, 52 RBIs, and had a 290 batting average in his age 19 season. That's really good for a teenager. From 1964 to 1967, in a 4-season span, he averaged 26 home runs, 74 RBIs, 41 walks to 91 strikeouts, and an 849 OPS. Really good. But unfortunately, in 1967, at 22 years old, he was hit in the face by a wild pitch. He missed the entire next season in 1968. He came back in 1969 and 1970 to play in 141 and 146 games. But then in 1971, he pretty much said that he couldn't see anymore, and this was when he was 26 years old. He took 4 years off, tried to make a comeback at 30 in 1975. Unfortunately, he had a 123 batting average and 69 plate appearances. He called it quits after that. I still cannot believe that this man put up the stats that he did. If you guys have never heard of Eric Davis, let me read off his stats for you real quick. In 129 games, because again, he was injured a lot. In 129 games back in 1987 when he was an All-Star, he had 37 home runs, 100 RBIs, and had a 293 batting average. Really good, right? He also had 50 stolen bases. The year before that, in 1986, Eric Davis had 115 hits, 27 home runs, 71 RBIs, and 80 stolen bases to go along with a 901 OPS and a 277 batting average in only 132 games. I'm willing to say that if Eric Davis was able to stay healthy for his full career, he'd be up there with Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Jr., and Babe Ruth as some of the most respected all-around baseball players, the best baseball players of all time. You have to put in Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, but man, this guy was nuts. The next 2 players that we're going to talk about are still currently active and playing Major League Baseball, but I think that father time is catching up to them, and I don't think that they were able to put up the stats. The players that we're talking about are 1, Troy Tulowitzki, and number 2, Dustin Pedroia. From 2009 to 2011, Troy Tulowitzki won a Gold Glove twice. He was an All-Star in 2010 and 2011. He averaged 139 games played, so even in his best seasons, he was still injured quite a bit. In those 139 games, Tulo was able to average 90 runs, 157 hits, 31 doubles, 5 triples, 30 home runs, 97 RBIs, 13 stolen bases, and a 31 OPS, which is insane. And the cherry on top for Troy Tulowitzki, Mr. Tulo. Not many people call him Tulo anymore because his best years are behind him, but he also had 2 Gold Gloves. So Troy Tulowitzki, one of the best shortstops of all time in my opinion, not going to make the Hall of Fame because unfortunately injuries caught up to him. Now the reason why I put Dustin Pedroia in this video is because I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of Pedroia's case? In 2019 he will be turning 35, so he is getting up there in age, but hopefully he's able to come back from his knee injury and produce at a fairly high rate. If he can hit 275 to 280 for the next 5-6 seasons and maybe average 150 to 160 base hits, he'll probably top out at 2,500 hits. So Dustin Pedroia also has 4 Gold Gloves under his belt as well. But from 2008 to 2013, Dustin Pedroia averaged 141 games played, 93 runs, 173 hits, 15 home runs. Again, he's a small second baseman. He's not going to get you a huge amount of home runs. 73 RBIs, 19 stolen bases, and a .303 batting average. That's really good. Will Dustin Pedroia make the Hall of Fame? Again, the reason why I included this is I want you guys to debate in the comment section down below. And on top of that, do you agree with all of these picks so far? If you don't, let me know a reason why down below. I hope you guys know who this next player is. Don Mattingly, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated first basemen of all time. The first thing I want to mention is when his career was all said and done, Don Mattingly had 2,100 hits in 14 years and 9 Gold Gloves. He was amazing. Top of that, from 1984 to 1989, Don Mattingly averaged a 153 game schedule with 97 runs, 203 hits, 43 doubles, 27 home runs, 114 RBIs, and a .902 OPS. And also, he won 5 Gold Gloves in that span. This man, Don Mattingly, you guys better put some respect on his name because he was incredible. If his back did not give out, he would be in the conversation as one of the best overall first basemen of all time. I know you guys remember who this next player is, Johan Santana. Everyone said that he was going to be the next Sandy Koufax. From 2002 to 2010, he was on top of the baseball world. He had 130 wins to 66 losses. He had a 2.9 ERA in that 8-year span, which you just don't do that. In 2004, he had 265 strikeouts and won the Cy Young. In 2006, he had 245 strikeouts and won the Cy Young again. So Johan Santana, if his career was not plagued by injury, I promise you guys, this man would be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I do think that he is still going to get votes considering he had a 3.2 lifetime ERA and a 51.6 WAR. He also won the Triple Crown as a pitcher in baseball, which means that you lead the league in wins, strikeouts, and ERA, so Johan Santana was absolutely dominant. Man, this next one really sucks. J.R. Richard, who was a pitcher back in the day, he played in the 1970s up until 1980. He retired at 30 years old. The reason why he had to retire is because he was playing a game of catch before a game out in Houston, and he suffered a stroke, so he was no longer to play after that. But from 1976 to 1980, J.R. Richard was absolutely filthy. He compiled an 84-55 record with a 2.79 ERA. Also, one more thing is in back-to-back seasons, he had 300 plus strikeouts. In 1978, he had 303. In 1979, at 29 years old, he had 313 strikeouts. Now, one thing I do want to mention is before he had his stroke in 1980 at 30 years old, he was 10-4 with a 1.9 ERA. So he was well on his way to having an amazing rest of his career. Unfortunately, not enough stats. Won't make the Hall of Fame. Nomar Garciaparra was one of the best infielders that this game had ever seen, but of course, the theme of this video, his Hall of Fame career was ruined due to injury. His best season, he had 35 home runs, 122 RBIs to go along with a .323 batting average. The next year, he hit .357. The following year in 2000, he hit .372. So Nomar Garciaparra could not be messed with in the batter's box. But unfortunately, in 2014, this is when we see that he was getting injured quite a bit. He did miss over 140 games back in 2001, but from 2004 to 2009 when he retired, he played in 81 games, 62 games, 122, 121, 55, and 65. So his body, just like everyone else in this video, just gave out on him. Yes, Hall of Fame talent, no Hall of Fame career. Last but not least, we have a pitcher with some of the best stuff in baseball history. Kerry Wood is the owner of maybe the greatest pitching performance of all time, where he went a full 9 innings, only gave up 1 hit, no walks, and had 20 strikeouts. He was untouchable that night, so we know that he had the stuff. From 2001 to 2004, he didn't have the best stats. He had a 46-37 win-loss record with a 3.47 ERA, but he did average 211 strikeouts. So again, he was filthy. But in 2005, after having some arm issues, he only started in 10 games. 2006 was the same thing. He had a 4.12 ERA with only 4 games started. He did convert back to the bullpen. As we can see in 2008, he was an all-star as a relief pitcher. The next year, 2009, he had a 4.25 ERA with only 20 saves. So as we can see, as he aged, he just got worse and worse and worse because of his arm. So it does really suck that all of these guys that we've talked about in this video are not going to make the Hall of Fame. I think it's nice that we pay homage and we pay our respect because when they were healthy, they were some of the best players that we had ever seen. So I just wanted to give them one last props. If I did miss any player player? Let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure that you guys slap a like on this video if you did. Subscribe for more baseball content, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.